Hello, world, and welcome back to the triumphant return of Where Were You? We've been on a hiatus here for a couple of months, but we're back, and we're here to answer the very important question, where were you? Where the sports ball thing happened, as we like to say in the song at the beginning. My name is Joel Beck. Chad Konecki, my co-host, couldn't be here tonight, but he's going to be back at some point down the road. He had a thing come up, but his replacement today is somebody who I think everybody's going to love. He's a guy I've known for a very long time, going on 20 plus years. I've worked with him in newspapers. We've both worked together for a long time on the prestigious Gatorade Player of the Year program. He's got 2 decades of sports journalism experience, including he covered not one, but 2 winning Patriots Super Bowl games in the early 2000s. And that's kind of why we have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Eric Snyder.
Well, thank you very much. It is an honor to be here, sir.
This is why I need an applause track or a laugh track. That would have been great. But it's good to see you, my friend. It's been way too long.
It is good to see you as well. I know. This is great.
So
I'm sorry Chad's not here, but we'll make it work.
We love Chad. His name is in the song in the beginning. We can't cut him out now. So, but we could squeeze you in too if we. I'll have to talk to my sister who wrote the theme song, see if we can get you in.
Okay, she's talented. She can make that happen. I'm sure of it.
Exactly. The thing we're doing this week, and these particular episodes that I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks, it's a slight departure from kind of our usual format. With the Super Bowl coming up, I thought it would be fun to reach out to people that I know who have great Super Bowl memories. The Patriots, who we've kind of grown up watching and rooting for, are in the game. Did you hear that they're in the game again this year? Did you read it in the newspaper?
I did hear that. I did. Yeah. Impressive.
And I thought that, I'm going to call up my friend Eric, and because I know that you were at not one, but 2 of those Super Bowls, and I wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit about it. It was a long time ago now. Which ones were you at?
I was at Super Bowl 36 in New Orleans, the first Patriots win over the Rams. Yeah. And then 2 years later, Super Bowl 38 against Carolina in Houston. Which they also won.
And I have gone on record as saying, I think, and this is going to sound obnoxious because we've had an embarrassment of championships as Boston sports fans over the years. I think that one's still my favorite out of all of them. Including the Red Sox and the Celtics. It was just so unexpected.
Wow.
So, yeah, I know.
That over the Red Sox in 2004. That is a statement, my friend.
Just because it was so unexpected. It was such a shock at the time. But I don't want to talk about my experience. I want to hear what you saw when you were down there. This was your first time ever covering a Super Bowl, correct?
Yes, that was my first time. I was working at the Newport Daily News in Rhode Island and didn't even know if I was going to be able to get a press pass for the game because you applied and then you didn't hear, obviously, the Patriots had to go, had to win the AFC Championship.
Sure.
And so I was watching the game with some friends up in Boston. And when they won, I booked it back down to the newsroom. And remember, this was before cell phones, before you had, could pick out your phone and just see your emails.
I've got a dial tone.
Yeah. So I went back to the office and, it was empty because we were an afternoon paper. So we all worked in the mornings. And I went on to the computer and I logged into the email and there was an email saying that I had a press pass for the game.
Wow.
And it was very exciting.
Did you consider selling it at any point? And
the press pass? No, that would have been bad.
What was it like down there? I mean, just talk about the scene. I mean, this is now the thing is, just to interrupt real quick, every Super Bowl the Patriots had been to at that point had all been in New Orleans, correct? I believe Super Bowl 20, Super Bowl 31, and now Super Bowl 36. And they were all in New Orleans.
They were all in New Orleans. You are correct. Yes.
What was it like?
It was being in New Orleans you had the St. Louis fans, because the Rams were in St. Louis then, were, very Midwestern nice. And then you had the Patriots fans from the Northeast who were very Northeast nice, which is a little different. So, the Patriots fans were obviously a lot more boisterous
But they
and
we didn't have that
excited.
swagger yet. We didn't have the street cred that came with having 6 Super Bowls on on their resume,
Right,
so
right. So everyone was just so excited to be there, and I think the Rams fans were kinda humoring the Patriots fans because it was very few people thought the Patriots were gonna win.
yeah.
So the Rams fans were like, patting this Patriots fans on the head, like, "Oh, it's so sweet. You're so excited. That's so nice. Oh, it's so fun to have you here."
Oh,
Never
wow.
thinking, "Oh, I they might beat us."
So was it more of a party atmosphere or just kind of a happy to be there, atmosphere, you think, for Patriots
I
fans?
mean, New Orleans is always a party atmosphere.
Of course, yeah,
So there was a lot of party atmosphere. But yes, I think Patriots fans were just so happy to be there. And if, I mean, it was what was it, 4 months after 9/11. So it was a
yeah,
really, poignant time for everybody. And um I think everyone was just so happy to have something to celebrate. And, there had been so much to be unhappy about and so sad about that it was nice to have this opportunity to just celebrate and be happy.
yeah.
And then
So I wanna give you when you think back, to that day, to that game, I want you to give me, if you can, list your 3 favorite memories from the is there anything that after 25 years sticks out in your brain that was just most unforgettable for you?
where I sat, there's too much press for the press box. So I was in the auxiliary press box, which is just a fancy way of saying I was in the stands. Um, but from where we were sitting, I had the perfect view of Ty Law's interception.
Wow.
Like I was looking right down at it. And just so, Mike Vrabel hits Warner, and as soon as he hit him, you could see Ty break, and I was just like, "Oh, he's got this. He's gonna intercept this."
Yeah.
And so that was amazing to think and be like, "Oh, this is interesting. They just
Were
took
they
the
losing at
lead."
that point? Were they down 3-0 and then that put
You're
them ahead
right,
7-3? I
yes.
think they were.
They were down 3-0,
Yeah.
and that made it 7-3, and it was just like, "Oh, well, this is fascinating." The
This
second memory is halftime and
Oh,
the halftime
I
show
still think about it.
with U2, and they had, like, the curtains came down, and they listed all the names,
Yeah.
and, yeah, I stayed in my seat. I did not go get anything to eat, go in the press room, get anything to eat. I was like, I'm not missing this
You didn't
for
do your
anything."
job, like,
No,
"I'm not gonna" right?
right, now at
Just
my
gonna be a
job of
fan for
eating a hot
10
dog
minutes.
and a
Yeah,
soda. Yeah, I did not do that. So that was amazing.
sure. Oh, I
Um,
can't even
and
imagine being there for that. It must have
it
just been
was just
electric.
you really did have, like, I'm getting goosebumps now just
Right. I mean, anybody who's
thinking
ever seen
about it.
U2 live anyways, it's a semi-religious experience, but then to see him under those circumstances with the tribute to 9/11 and just yeah, the
Right.
electricity in there
I
must
mean,
have been something.
the NFL really hit that out of the park.
Yeah,
The last memory, is Vinatieri's kick,
sure.
which I did not see live. Because when you're working press, 5, 6 minutes left in the game, your instinct is you go down to the press room to get ready for
Sure.
the interviews and the press conference, and other people were going. So I was like, all right. So I follow along. So
The game was tied at that point. They didn't I mean, and it seemed like overtime might be inevitable. I mean,
right,
but yeah,
right.
but you
But I mean,
still had to get down
right,
there, I guess,
you're
yeah.
working. So you think you've gotta do this. Um, so yeah, I, like everybody else, watched Vinatieri's kick on television.
Sure.
But
It was just as exciting.
I could hear the crowd. I could actually hear the
Uh,
crowd instead of just hearing it through the TV.
yeah.
Um,
Was there a little part of you that was disappointed that you didn't get to see that sail
but there
through
was
the
a
uprights?
there was a big part of me that
Yeah.
was like, I know I'm working and I'm supposed to be professional, but my goodness, that would have been fun to witness.
It was
Oh, well.
just it was so stunning, and it was so much fun, and I've as long as I've known you, I've always been jealous of you a little bit, that you got to be down there to enjoy that. and it sounds like it was a good time.
It
So
was
talk to me about the game in Houston. Then it was what 2 years later.
2 years
Um,
later.
you told me it wasn't Houston wasn't nearly as exciting as New Orleans was. Is that correct?
No, Houston as a city is nothing like New Orleans. I wrote a very intentionally smarmy column for the Newport Daily News, which basically said, "I'm at the Super Bowl, and I know you're not, and I know I shouldn't complain, but I'm going to. Why isn't this game in New Orleans?" It was I enjoyed writing it very much. And I
Unbelievable. Yeah, and that was such an underrated game too. I mean, people it was eerily similar to the St. Louis game, right down to the fact that there was a Vinatieri game-winning kick in the final seconds. Ricky Prohl caught the
right.
game-tying touchdown in both games late in the game. Um, I mean, it just seemed like history was repeating itself in a lot of ways.
Absolutely. It was I feel like the Patriots were inevitable that year. They were so good that even I actually had to look this up. I did not remember until I kind of reviewed the game again that they were losing in the 4th quarter. I
Oh,
did not
yeah.
remember that. I remember it was always close, but I always remembered the Patriots were always ahead. But, I did learn something. I watched that field goal, or I watched that Vinatieri kick
Oh, you
from my
did?
seat. I did, because what I learned from New Orleans is after the Super Bowl, there's a lot of stuff going on before the interviews. You got the presentation and everything that goes out in the field, so you have time.
No, see?
So I learned that. So
These are the
this time
things that only
I
a grizzled veteran wouldn't you think that
grizzled
somebody else who covered a Super Bowl or 2 didn't say nudge you and say, "Eric, don't worry, you can wait."
exactly. No. So I watched, and then I sprinted down, 3 whatever ramps to get to the, press room, but back then I could run a little better than I can today, so
Yeah,
I made
exactly.
it. It
Couldn't
was
we all?
fine.
You made What a time to be alive it all was. Um, so
Indeed.
we've got another Super Bowl coming up. It's a rematch from Super Bowl 40, is it 49?
I
That
believe
they
so.
played. Patriots, Seahawks. Do you have any predictions for this year's Super Bowl?
Um, well, I will say, so this reminds me a little bit of the Patriots-Rams
Mm,
Super Bowl 36,
okay.
and obviously we know how that ended, but I'm pretty sure for the paper, my prediction was something like Rams 40, Patriots 14. Like, I did not give the Patriots
Oh, boy.
much of a chance. Um, I will give them a lot more of a chance this time. I will not be surprised if they win. I think Seattle is better
Yeah.
and should win, but it's also hard to believe in Sam Darnold.
Ugh.
I think Mike Vrabel is a very good coach, and he can cook something up, and I think it will be close. If I had to bet money on the game, I would put my money on Seattle,
Oh,
but
boy.
since I don't have to put money on the game, and I am a Patriots fan now that I don't cover them anymore, I think the Patriots can pull it out by, 23-20.
That's a nice wishy-washy prediction, and I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it,
thank you.
and, we're gonna take it to the bank.
Yes.
So
No, you can't take it to the bank. Remember I said if you take it to the bank,
oh, right,
you need to
right.
pick Seattle.
My mistake.
That's
Well,
okay.
I appreciate you coming on the program, and, we are Where Were You? You can catch us on social media. You can find us on the Facebook. You can find us on the Twitter or the X, whichever you wanna call it, the Instagram, TikTok, and you can hear us on YouTube, Apple Podcast, iHeart, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts. Eric, I hope you'll come back because when we
I
return to our regular format, we've got a lot to talk about, and I hope
I would love to, and maybe even say hello to Chad.
absolutely.
That'd be nice.
I appreciate it. Eric Snyder, thank you so much. My name is Joel Beck for Chad Conkey, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you.